All right, you guys, welcome to another week with Mr. Ken. Hanging with Mr. Ken. And so, introducing.
Hi, I'm Mr. Ken.
All right, thanks, Mr. Ken. Today we're going to be talking about maximizing the dating experience and how difficult it is today compared to what it was last century, last decade. What is it? We gonna reminisce some. We ain't that old. Look, we moving and shaking, but we know that it's different now than it was 20 years ago. It's different than it was 40 years ago.
It's different than 10 years ago.
Thank you. It's different, but how do we overcome that? And so, Mr. Ken, you have a venue, GiGi's Palace. Man, this place is beautiful. And when I come here, I have such a good time. Tell me, what is it that you imagined or envisioned when creating GiGi's Palace?
Well, putting people together.
Mm-hmm.
Having fun. So many people work too much. They start out their whole day just working 16 hours a day. 8 hours a day is long enough.
That's true.
But 16 hours a day working, what kind of relationship you have? That's the first thing you got to think about.
Like the 16 hours. Wait a minute. So that's like somebody working full time plus part time for four.
Yeah.
That's two full. That's double. That's double. So that's people working doubles.
I mean, think about it. You got 8 hours, then you got another 8 hours. And then you got to sleep sometime.
Well, I guess, too, when you look at it, you got people who are coming in, their commute is an hour. They try and get to work an hour early to kind of make sure they caught up with everything.
So you're really doing 20 hours.
Then they work 8 hours, but then they take another hour to get back home from the commute. And then, maybe they worked 4 hours overtime, but with the commute, too, and just preparation or whatever, you end up making 16 hours, but you don't even really get paid for that 16 hours.
You don't get paid for it. But look how many hours you're spending. What kind of relationship you have?
That's true. How can you have a relationship?
You can't. So, I read a scripture in the great book, and it said, you're gonna spend more time. You got 2 guards. You're gonna spend more time with one of them and make the other one jealous.
You can't serve 2 masters,
right? You
right?
can't serve 2 masters. So
that's
who are you
true.
serving? You're serving who? Yourself? Because that's very selfish for you to spend all your time away from me.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm dating someone, I want to spend time with you.
Well, then a lot of people, they do say that, I'm working hard for you. I'm working hard to give you the things that you desire. I'm working hard to pay for a nice place for you to live. I'm working hard to pay so that we can go on vacation in the summer. What do you say to that?
Well, what I say to that is, you working hard staying away from me. That's what you're doing. You're working hard staying away from me.
So you can just spend time with me once a year?
Once a year? I mean, wow. Can you think about that?
Oh, man, I didn't think about that.
Yes. I mean, you spending more time away from me because of your job. And I need your time.
So, like, dating, that used to be what people did in order to get to know each other. And even once you got to know each other, you build a relationship, you started building a family, you still have to continue to work at keeping connected, because we grow, we change, our experiences cause us to consider different things, and so you always are rediscovering your mate, learning about them and what their new visions are for themselves. So it's like you still have to date, right? You still need to go out.
You still need to go out. And you should plan it. In my opinion, back in my days, you didn't plan dating.
No.
You didn't plan it. Today, you have to plan it because of so many hours you're spending on the job.
That's true. Okay. You gotta plan it. It can't be like, what you doing on Thursday? Let's just go out. Like, wait a minute. I got a big project that's due. I got some people who I'm managing, and I have to check to make sure they did it, because if they didn't, I might have to stay after late, and then I don't want to get nobody mad because I done made a plan, or I done told them I would come, and I didn't really consider everything, and now I have to renege.
I'm hearing from some churches, they actually think that you should plan to go on dates with your wife and your husband.
I've heard that, I've heard that because you do get busy. And so they have what they call date night. right?
Date nights, yeah. I'm like, wow, what is that? You know, back in the 70s and the 80s and stuff, we didn't do stuff like that.
You didn't have date nights.
We didn't have date nights.
It was like, was it like every Friday night?
Every Friday night, you know, the girl, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, they expect for you. Hey, where we going? Where we going this week? We going to the movie.
You know, I think that is something that's different. There was a time where people like every Friday evening you were expecting for that special someone to do something special with you.
Yes.
But now it's like, I just got to make sure I call them. Or I'm busy. They're busy. They ain't got time because of work schedule or whatever.
What kind of relationship was that?
It's true. No one talks about that anymore. It has changed. Friday night does not always mean that you are going out.
Man,
that was back then. And now it's like, okay.
And you know the sad thing? We are making more money today. We're making more money today.
I don't always feel like that,
We got better jobs, more money, and we still can't put it together to go out on dates.
We can't do as much with the money, though. We may be making more money, but we can't do as much as what we used to be able to do.
That's because when wages go up, everything else goes up.
Yeah, because
insurance go up, gasoline go up, food
everything
go up, clothes go up.
Because in the 70s, you could buy a 50-cent burger.
Yes, you could. You can't do that now.
No. How much is the burger now? Like $19.
You go to McDonald's and spend 2 burgers, a fry, and a Coke. You're spending over $20.
No, yeah, you're spending $30.
You know, I mean, so just because salary go up and everybody feel good about salary going up, they also hit you with the cost goes up.
Which is another reason you got to plan your dates, because the cost of the date, right?
Cost of the date.
So it can't like, I'm just not going to go out every Friday. Don't expect just because it's Friday you with somebody.
Every Friday, no. You're spending too much money. Sometimes just sit home and eat a TV dinner. Or sometimes just buy your pizza and sit around the house.
You know they don't call it TV dinners no more.
No, they don't. They don't call it TV dinners no more. Yeah.
I don't even think people watch TV. The people watch, they watch
their phone.
They watching their phone.
Yeah, they watching their phones. You know, I mean, wow.
Maybe they be phone dinners now, right?
Phone dinners and stuff. You know, but then at the same time, you know, families need to pull together also with these dating and stuff. You know, when you dating. That's what it means, dating. You're taking someone out to have what? A good time.
A good time. That's right. You would have, and you are supposed to be getting to know them, right? You're supposed to be able to continue to connect so that you can really see, okay, what is it that they like and what is it that they dislike? You know, you gotta understand their temperament.
You gotta be careful. You find someone that's spending too much time away from you, then that's a red flag, because you want to spend time with that person. You want to get to know them.
That's true. You do. You have to get to know people. Sometimes people are so anxious just to be in a relationship that they don't take the time to really invest in getting to know the person.
Red flag.
The flags are there for a reason, folks.
Yes, they are.
You know, so but I love what you did with your venue when you provide your shows. They are comprehensive. I mean, you come and you can eat, you can sit back, you can talk, you can watch great performances, and you can dance. You got this nice dance floor and everything. It's like dinner and dancing. That used to be something that was way back. Dinner and dancing, and like you can't do dinner and dances hardly no more now.
You can't.
But you done made a place for it. You done brought it back.
We got an audience now. We have an audience, what we call the 40 plus. 40 plus club.
Oh, yes.
You know, we have people come from Trilogy, you know, where senior citizen people. And we have 40-year-old people. We have 50-year-old people.
Hey, I fit that market. I know when I come in here, I have a good time.
And they're having a good time. They're having a good time. You know, a lot of those 40, 50-year-old men and women, they come here just to dance. Just to have a good time.
Have a good time.
You know, why did the 30 and the 40 and the 50 and the 60s, who threw the 40-year-old people away? No, not GiGi.
They threw them away.
We didn't throw them away.
No.
We invite them, come and have a good time. The dates, they come here on dates, they're datings and stuff, and they eating. They got food here, you got dancing here, you got down home music, you got live bands.
And you don't have to go too far from home. You know, when people have to go all the way and battle traffic to get to like a San Francisco or to Oakland, and then you also worry like, where am I gonna park? And is my car gonna be safe? And then it's tiring. And then that's a whole nother hour and a half after you done come home, got yourself ready. It's like it's too late. Like I can't afford to go out because the time it takes for me to get there, and then the stress of being there.
And the traffic too.
But here you are in Brentwood, and there's a large community in East Contra Costa County. You got Concord, you got Pittsburgh, all these people that don't have nowhere to go but go all the way to Oakland or all the way to San Francisco. And now you done open up a place where they can come and have a good time, and the food is delicious.
And we have folks coming from San Francisco and Oakland and San Jose come here to Brentwood. Can you believe that? They travel all over here because it's safe.
Yeah, and Brentwood, I tell you, is a wonderful community. It's got everything, right? I remember
This is where you want to
when I
raise
first
your
came
kids.
out this way, though. It was all country.
Yes, it was.
It was just like, but they done built it up so much now that there's just a lot for everybody all around. And
It's
now
where you want to raise your kids.
you brought what was missing. What was still missing was a place where you can go and have dinner and dance and have a good time. So I loved it the way you did that. So let's talk about some of the entertainment. You had comedy here.
Oh, wow, yes.
You brought live shows here, like Pride and Joy. I love Pride and Joy.
Yeah, we love Pride and Joy.
Man, they put on a great show. I look at them, I'm like, how are y'all doing this? This is like, they performing like 2 hours straight, take a 15-minute break, and they going back on for another 2 hours.
That's
I'm
right.
like, what?
That's
These
right.
people are robots.
That Martin, he's a real good brother, and he's a real good friend, and his band is beautiful people, and they sing so well.
Yeah, I love how you bring them often. There's people like Niecy Living Single that you've had here. She does a great tribute, and she has a beautiful voice. You've had Sharonda G here. You've had Paris Escovedo here.
Yep,
You've had comedians like Bay Area local great comedians, Jerry Law, Mario, Mario Hodge.
Mario, man.
Insane Wade. You done had the Mo Jones.
We done had over 200 events here.
Wow. Wow.
Man, it's been,
and it's affordable. Everybody talking
affordable.
These $50, $75, $85 ticket prices, and you come here and you make it affordable. And I just think that's incredible. It's almost as if you running a nonprofit. What is this? Is this for the community?
Sometimes I wish I'm running. Sometimes, it's those taxes, those write-offs.
Wow.
You have to go back to those write-offs and those taxes.
But you are still considering of creating a community, right? Like a dinner club, a dinner dancing club,
Yes.
where people can just, hey, you just pay your monthly fee and
That's that membership we're talking about.
Yeah, so I'll be glad to see when that gets started. If you're interested in looking at joining a membership for where there's dinner and dance, and you just pay a monthly fee, and you can come in here, unwind at the end of a work day, and just enjoy some calm music and just just have a nice setting where you can just be like, let me chill out for a while.
Back in New York City, and I remember they have these pubs, and that's what they did. After a work day, they go and drink a beer, sit down, listen to some good old down-home blue music, and just chill out and watch a big screen TV, and just relax and get that stress off their back.
Okay.
It feels so good.
So that's the next iteration with the GiGi's Palace. I know right now, and it's also, man, I tell you, when people that are coming here to rent this place out, I see what they do. It's almost like a blank canvas. They have everything you need to also add your fixtures or your flair to it to turn it into something even more special for your event. Your birthday parties, your baby showers. Man, you done had all kind of things.
Sweet 16s.
All that. Have you had any weddings yet?
We had a wedding. Yep.
Wow. So that's pretty incredible that they can do all of that. And then, you have a show coming up though too.
Oh yeah, we have a show on the 16th, November 16th. Don't forget about us.
Awesome. So I'm just really excited about everything that's going on here at GiGi's Palace. And I tell you, when what I thought about
just remember, you're invited.
I'm invited. Thank you. I will be here. And I know that I don't know if you feel free to comment sometimes on when we put these podcasts on the different platforms that it runs on. But what was it that caused you to even want to offer something for the 40 plus? What was this? So what was something that was 40? Why was 40 a magic number for you? That niche.
Well, 40 is a magic number because you're talking about working class people.
Mm-hmm.
And working class people, they need somewhere where they can relax, chill out, because they work. And, after 8 hours or 16 hours on the job, you need somewhere where you can wind down.
Mm-hmm.
And they have nowhere that they can wind down. They come home, they with the kids, they're at work, they with the co-workers, and they need somewhere to wind down, and to relax.
That's important. That, self-care and being able to take care of yourself so that you can relieve stress, because if you're always wound up, you're working, you're commuting, then you're coming home and you're dealing with this and dealing with that, and you're constantly on.
Yes, you
and
are.
so then that stress level just stays, and stress produces cortisol. That's not good for your health.
It's not good at all because your back start hurting, your neck start hurting, you're rubbing your neck, you're rubbing your back, your shoulders, and all this kind of stuff because of stress.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to wind down.
Need to have a good time, get some exercise, and come out to GiGi's Palace.
That's right. Come on out here and dance with Mr. Ken.
Enjoy yourself. Yeah. I saw you was giving money away one of these nights, one of these shows. You've had contests here.
Yes, we love those contests. We love to go up there and excite the band, excite people to dance, enjoy themselves more.
And you also have VIP options too. With like what is it? What do they call it? Open bottle or bottle service?
Bottle service. Yeah. We have. People come around, waiters come around with bottle service, bottle of champagne, your food tray, bring it to you, to your table, stuff like that.
Nice.
Flowers, take your picture like we used to do back in the 70s, come up to you and take a picture with you and your date so you can enjoy having that picture for later time.
Oh yeah. Like right now, so many times people spend so much time on their phone. I when I go out with my husband, I'm like, please put your phone down.
Yeah,
like we're supposed to be together. Like, come on now, you can respond to that text later, right?
Yeah.
It's annoying for people to be on their phones
24/7.
if you're not present. I went to some events though. I've been to big concerts or whatever, and I'll see a row upon row of people holding their phones up. They recording the concert and they're watching from their phone. But then they're not present at the actual event.
Yes.
So they're still not even winding now. They're still not even enjoying themselves because
they're still working.
They're working. They're filming.
Still working. They don't even get it.
They don't even know, right?
Yeah.
So
I see some people, they work so much they don't forgot how to dance. They don't forgot how to have fun.
That is so important.
That's sad. I mean,
you don't even know that
how to have fun.
You don't even know that you're missing it until you do it.
And we're not blessed to live forever. So every one of us is on a time clock.
Mm-hmm.
You got to enjoy the life that God give you. Enjoy it.
That's
while
true.
you have it, because it ain't gonna be here forever.
Oh wow!
So you better take a few minutes out of the day and try to enjoy yourself.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us for Mr. Ken. Make sure that you find out more about GiGi's Palace. You can find out information going to bit.ly, GiGi's Web. That's all in cap, GiGisWeb. He's also a part of the Onstageplus TV network. There's a channel where you can see past events. And there's just a lot of stuff going on in GiGi's Palace at 161 Sand Creek Road, Suite A.
That's us.
It's incredible. You can check it out.
It's incredible.
So thanks for joining us, and join us next week for another week with Hanging with Mr. Ken. And we're going to be talking about something special. We're going to bring you some interesting, putting you on something today. We talked about, hey, we got to stop working so much and we got to be able to enjoy ourselves and have fun. So you need to come to GiGi's Palace. That's part of that.
Yep.
Part of enjoying your life. Come to, take a time out to date. Take time out to meet somebody new. Because a lot of places now, before we end, they offer a dinner or you offer a performance. You don't have time to do anything with the dinner because it's like you got to wait a whole hour for the dinner.
For the performance.
Then when you do get the dinner, then you eat it and then you By the time you finish eating and you leave, then and come back, it's like that whole night is over.
It's over with.
You don't have time for the performance.
That's right.
Or if you go somewhere and you just go for the performance, you're rushing to get to the performance if they're on time, and they don't really have anything for you to eat that's good. And next thing you know, you're just drinking a little bit of alcohol, maybe too much alcohol. So it's like you got that perfect balance. So
Yep.
I appreciate you for bringing Gigi's Palace, and join us next week.
All right,
Hanging with
thank
Mr.
you.
Ken.